Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Digital. She's dreaming and digital. And that is not just a joke in this case, as I hit puberty mid-sentence. But today we'll be taking a look at good old Hal Jordan, aka the Green Lantern, the Silver Age Hal Jordan Green Lantern. This, of course, is brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys. I just said it was McFarlane Toys Digital. Were you not paying attention? Of course not. So, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Hal Jordan has to offer in terms of accessories, because there's quite a bit here, all things considered. Granted, he did cost $25 freaking, so there better be. Starting off, we got a couple of extra left hands. We got an open hand and a gripping hand. I do kind of wish we got all hands for the right side as well, but that's okay. 9 times out of 10, my Lantern characters have fisted right hands for their ring anyways, so I guess it's not that big a deal, right? We do got a couple of fireball punchy punches, and I will tell you, this one is tight on both hands. This one just kind of falls off, but then again, these were not made for this body butt. This is the Blue Beetle Booster Gold 2-pack body butt, the one everyone likes, I guess. And it is a little bit smaller than, I think Parallax was the first time we saw these, and then the Green Lantern Batman also had these, so it's not really surprising that they do not fit on there the best, but they are there. We also have a Green Lantern, which is probably the only accessory mine will be holding. That said, I did have to heat up this hand here for it to actually grip onto this. Let's see if I can get it back on there. There we go. Nice tight grip, but yeah, nice tight grip. So that's what she said. Then we also get a collectible trading card. Some images of the character there. That's what was on the back. I will tell you, normally I would bust out my reader so we could learn a little bit about old Hal Jordan here, but a lot of people already know who Hal Jordan is, and my phone needs to be charged, and I have it charging in the other room. So there will be no reads for these collectible trading cards for the digital figures. I got all 3 from the first wave, so you just have to bear with me as we bypass that. So, Green Lantern up close and personal here. Of course, come with the hockey puck display stand we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases. This one says McFarlane Toys Digital. So, there you go. And obviously, just to address the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the room, the snout spout in the room. This isn't a Masters of the Universe video. These guys come with cards with a code to get an NFT of the figure you just bought. And basically what it is a it's a digital version of the figure. It is 3D from what I've seen, and you can actually export the file, the NFT file, into ZBrush. So you could customize your own figures. So that's kind of cool, but I could give 2 shits about motherfucking NFTs. Just give me the toy and shut up. Like, that's my story. I'll stick it to it. And if you don't like that, kiss my ass. So, Hal Jordan here. Really, really nice figure. Arguably the best of the wave. So we're starting off strong here. I will tell you, I really like him. I really like the Batman. The Aquaman, we'll get to that. But as far as Hal Jordan goes, in terms of articulation, his head is on a double ball peg. He can look up quite far, actually. He can look down. He can tilt side to side. He can rotate. His shoulders, of course, on disc hinges, they can move up, back, down, rotate. Lots of play in that shoulder there. He does have a bicep swivel. This side is really stiff, too. He's got bicep, but it is tighter than the Dickens. Double elbow. Not as tight, but still tight enough. Got ball hinge wrist so he can hinge in and out or up and down, whatever you want. Rotate, and then the wrist, or the hand itself rotates, of course. Popping these arms up. You can crunch him that far forward. Not very far. That far back. You can do the limbo at least. You can tilt that far that way. That far that way. I mean, we've seen this body a million times, but I like messing with it, so that's why you're getting the full experience. You can rotate there. You can rotate at the waist, of course. Nice tight joints on this figure for the most part. I do like that. Hips kick out. About that far. Back down. Forward, back. He does have a little bit of play in the thigh there. Actually, quite a bit. Double knee. And, of course, in true McFarlane fashion, you cannot straighten out the leg all the way. You gotta crunch that top joint once, and then that bottom joint once, and then he'll be able to stand. For the most part, maybe not. But I did have the legs kicked forward. Maybe now. Yeah. He does have a bit of a forward lean due to the feet, which do have a ball hinge in there. Very, very stiff. Holy cow. It does have the rotation, the rocker, and the toe joints, which aren't too egregiously loose. There you go. That is Green Lantern in a nutshell. I do believe, and Jason at 5POA Reviews pointed this out, I think his ring is actually a little translucent there, I think. So that's a nice touch. But yeah, probably the best Green Lantern out of any of them. I mean, I like the Kyle Rayner with samurai armor and stuff, and I like the John Stewart with the minigun and whatnot, but this is probably my favorite of the Green Lanterns. It's the most articulated. It's Hal Jordan. You can't go wrong with old Hal. And it's just a really well done figure. I got mine from Amazon. Normally I buy a lot of my stuff from Big Bad Toy Store, but he sold out before I could get him. And at this time, as I'm recording this, he is still sold out. So, you know, you can still get him on Amazon, but again, that's as of the time I'm recording this, very far in advance. So if you want this guy, don't sit around and think about it. Grab him. If you don't like him, you can always return it, because I think he is definitely the one of the wave that is worth checking out, just like Green Arrow will be the one of his digital wave worth checking out. But as far as I know, those aren't even up for pre-order yet, and there's no announcements of when that's going to happen. So with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, alongside the other two figures available in this first ever McFarlane Toys digital wave. We have the Rebirth Batman in the blue and gray suit, and then we have the, I want to say, Silver Age Aquaman in his bright Super Friends-esque colors. And, you know, scale is okay across the three. Of course, the Batman Rebirth body buck is a little bit on the short side, but I think Aquaman and Green Lantern scale nice together, and that's really what matters here. They look like they're from roughly the same era, so that makes sense. Getting these two out of the way. Bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legions by the Mandibulus. Right here. Turn that a little bit so I can stand him closer. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, yep, a little taller, not towering, but taller than everyone. So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, in the digital NFT bullshit scam aside, there's not a single trace of doubt in my mind, to quote both the Monkeys and Smash Mouth, that this is by far the best Green Lantern figure we've ever received from the fine folks over at McFarlane toys. Not only does he come with a plethora of accessories compared to other releases, unless you want to count the Kyle Rayner we looked at a while ago that came in the Kilowog 2-pack, but I could also see a lot of people utilizing this figure for customs. I could see a lot of people making Tomar-Ray heads, or Green Man heads, or Abin Sur heads, or even other Lantern heads to go on this body buck, because it is a very nice body buck. And on top of that, the green on good old Hal Jordan here stacks up with the green from the Kyle Rayner Kilowog 2-pack and the Rebirth John Stewart figures we already have. So that, my friends, is called consistency, and that is a nice thing to see from a company that is full of incompetence. Usually, they can't get the scale right, they can't get the colors right, they don't include enough accessories. This time, they're firing on all cylinders. Despite the fact that, if you ask me, the Vampire Hal Jordan Green Lantern is probably the coolest Green Lantern figure we've ever got from this company, other than the Kilowog, but let's face it, McFarlane's strong suit is monsters and freaky sons of bitches at the end of the day. Let's not kid ourselves, but I am very happy with this figure. I'm happy I got one. Am I going to get more for customs? Absolutely not. I don't have the space, budget, and or time for all of that. So I'll leave that up to you. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.